toning, these are amazing. And this is what I use. So I use the pearl on my root to get it to what I want to get it to. So you get it, and I literally, all I use is the Colour Revive, the icy conditioner on mine as a toner. Don't even need to tone it, it lifts it to that way. So
What are you?
And then you're a 7?
what am I naturally? About 6 naturally.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I'm sort of a 7 here, I'm 6.
Okay.
Yeah, and it lifts it to a white.
Oh, it's lovely,
That's
isn't it?
good.
Yeah.
How long does that
Yeah,
take?
the icy.
So
Mari has the icy, doesn't she?
Yeah.
Yeah, she'd love that.
Someone got to put the sign right at the bottom of it down for me. That's what I
And
know.
he's taken it all.
Also, yeah.
Lord,
Right down.
because you can take it off, you have to leave it. It's full time.
Okay.
And what is its full term?
So this you leave up to 30 minutes with these. Sometimes I can leave it up to 45. Scalp half an hour at the most and take it off.
Cool.
Yeah.
It's just a bit like a highly
So this has
in that
got
sense.
Bond Pro already built into it. Do you use Bond Pro? Yeah. So this has already got the technology built into it. So it's obviously conditioning the hair as it's lifting. But equally, if you feel if hair's really, I would say add the Bond Pro as well. You can also add it as an extra. Yeah.
Cool.
And with both of these, we put in the stabilisers. These have been reformulated because the old one that we used to do sometimes used to deposit quite cool bits on the hair if it's overlapped, whereas this helps to stop that from happening. I would say that if you're going to use it, make sure that you are quite conscious of if it's on white hair. Obviously, it's got built in, so if you're wanting something on a cooler base, you'd be okay to slightly overlap. But if not, just be mindful to make sure you just do the areas that you want lifted. All right.
Yeah.
A bit like Matrix, isn't it, Andy?
Yeah, I wanted to say that
Yeah,
when I
it's
first
that.
heard about it.
Yeah.
So similar.
In one.
Yeah.
So then this is our new, so this is new Oxycure. So as I said before, the old one was quite warm and did take a lot, but I think this, I would say, good for scalp bleach, but I would say Silk Lift is better, if I'm honest. Great for foils. This I tend to use for balayage as well. I find Silk Lift, you get a lot better control with the product, but you can also use this as well. But I find that with the Silk Lift, I find it tones better as it's lifting rather than, yeah. But for your everyday foils, your bread and butter, everything that you do all the time, cost effectiveness, this is amazing and it will do the job. So, but like I say, lift wise, I'll tell you what, you won't get anything any better than that. And I've used every single product that's on the market and it's amazing. It's so much better than it was before. And because it's got the built-in Bond Pro, it's obviously conditioning the hair as it's going. So, do you tend to put Bond Pro in with your bleach anyway?
Sometimes we do,
Yeah.
yeah, depends on.
And then comes with obviously its own developers for the Silk Lift as well. Maximum on the scalp is only 6% on the root. You'll get that level of lift, especially on, see, we'll be able to tell once we do it. Can be used either as, to start with, if maybe you do a client in between when they've had their foils done, it can be used as like a touch-up, so it will lift it to 1.5 levels of
I've
lift.
still got them in the cupboard.
Have
The
you?
original ones.
Oh, is that
Okay,
new blonde?
so
Yeah.
new blonde. No,
So that,
these
that's
have
replaced them.
replaced new blonde. So there's one in silver and one in natural. You can add your pure pigments to it as well, so that will help with if you want to go, because you have to go through and tone through. So each time you can take them through, whereas when you used it before, you used to just do your root area, didn't you? First time application was all the way through, the rest of the time was just your root area. And and it used to go quite warm, didn't it, before? These do not go warm. They can be left on up to 20 minutes. They do not go warm. So I tend to use mostly the silver because obviously you get a lot better tone. Brilliant as an add-on in between your foils and stuff. Amazing. So clients that come in, if they're pushing it further, you can maybe add on for, I don't know, £20, whatever you charge for your toners, and it can be used as a toner as well, just as an extra add-on to a bill.
Within that white.
Yeah.
Now, if she were to put that, if she wanted to be warmer, to be a bit more golden, like more of a blonde rather than say grey hair, if you put that bumper on, I'm guessing it wouldn't touch her white strands, but it would add warmth and lift a little bit her dark strands. Would that then give her a golden blonde all over sort of thing, without having to?
It only gives 1.5 levels of lift.
Okay,
So
it wouldn't really.
it's not a miracle worker.
Right.
It is literally for that root where that client has got. If you put it all over, yes, you can use it as a toner.
Yeah.
So if we could use it, say maybe if she's got a tiny root, we could use it and it would tone this slightly.
Right.
But it's not going to give you.
Not like a 5-minute miracle.
No.
Yeah, I hear
No.
you. Yeah, no worries.
It's a 5-minute miracle to blend in somebody's roots that have grown through from foils.
But not enough impact
But
to
not
make
enough
it a whole
impact.
like standalone.
No.
Okay,
No.
I've got you. Yeah,
Yeah.
thank you.
All right.
Jamie's only on the second week.
Come on, Jamie.
Come on, Jamie.
Give it a good guess,
You've got
Jamie.
this. Right, so I would go for your A's if I were you. So come up to your A's. Here. So maybe try it. Yeah, literally you're going to go
Okay, watch, Jamie, watch,
through
watch.
here. Through. This is usually every client's darkest area is this area. Literally just fan your colour out. What do you reckon? Is that pretty much matched, or do you think we?
Still looks a bit dark.
So what? This looks darker, or
That
this?
looks dark
Right.
to me. Looks to me.
Remember, fan it out. Do you think that's too light, or do you think that's about right, or in between the two?
Maybe in between the two, but more so of this one
Okay, perfect, brilliant. Right.
Pick it up,
Just
pick
pick
it
it
up.
up.
Yeah,
Yeah,
put it
yeah.
on. Right.
So you're working on this area, which is not far off, is that?
No.
See? Right, so
You said AG.
put in.
Awesome. You said AG.
See? You know
It's
more than you
copyright.
think already. Look. Right, ends. 3 drops of this, and then 35 mils of developer. So I'll let you want to do it.
Sorry, can you say that again?
One scoop.
Yeah, do it.
One scoop.
We do 1 scoop,
Yeah.
3 drops of your
3 drops to the
Yeah.
scoop.
35
and
mils.
then 35 mils
Yeah.
of whichever level of peroxide you're going to use. Alright. So we do it's 1 scoop. We've done 3 scoops because she's got quite a bit of
quite a
reaper.
bit, yeah, okay.
So
And then-
1 scoop of your silk lift
Yeah, so
with 3, so be 9 drops
of the
of your oil.
That one.
Yeah, of serum.
Yeah.
And then we do 105 mils of
This is once for each scoop, basically.
Yeah.
Yeah, cool.
4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
check it, and you've got that looks really dark still. It's not, it's just because of the tone.
Builds
When you
out
wash
on
it, it
yeah.
comes out, that
Yeah.
comes off.
Yeah, yeah,
right.
Yeah, you're right, bud.
Because you know my...
There you are.
Maybe
We don't use this stuff, have we?
Bleach.
Oh, you haven't.
Or anything like that, let me know.
Because that'll be good.
Can you
'cause-
see? So that's got
Oh,
less,
that's brilliant.
it's got less
because-
pigment in
So
it.
it actually gives you like a line to work with.
Yes.
That's
a bit
brilliant.
tinny to work
Yeah.
with rather than
So
will I-
there to
Yeah.
help lift through that warmth. We could probably put normal on, but I just want to show you what it does.
Yeah.
And then this is from levels 5 to 7.
It says
So
it,
this
does
is
it?
for your darker levels. Yeah, so it says it on your packet. Levels 5 to 7.
Hayley's gonna love
But
this.
you can put it on a lower level, but obviously you're not going to get the same amount of lift. Yeah. So obviously you've got to be we all know what we have to lift through. His hair's black. You're not going to get a white blonde. It's not possible
No.
unless you redo it.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
it's just, and also with clients, it's their expectation of what they think they're going to get,
Yeah.
and you're like, no, love, it ain't going to happen.
You've got
But
to-
how many
You've got to
times have you
manage the
heard that in
expectation.
recent times with
Yeah.
the likes of Instagram influencers? It's been...
Yeah, but it's just explaining to people in your consultation and saying, actually, I'm sorry, but we can get that,
Yeah.
but you're going to have 2
I always set the
sittings.
bar really low.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anything that even
Manage
lower
your
than what I know I might be able to
Exactly,
get,
yeah.
just so it comes out better.
That's the
like,
best way to
it's
We,
do
better.
we
it.
do visual strand tests to prove it to them because they really don't believe it because the Instagrammers told them they can.
I know,
So we do
we
that.
are fighting a bit of a battle, I think.
Yeah.
What's that new cream they brought out? The blonding, the root thing. It's,
Yeah,
we
but you
had
just
stuff.
missed it.
Right now.
Yeah, that we had some. I don't know where it is. It's gone. Huh?
The old stuff.
No, I got some of that in.
I've
It's
never
not
seen
there.
it.
Oh,
I
I've never
definitely
seen
bought
it.
yeah,
that
you
in.
did see. Yeah, is it not with the tinning bowser?
I don't know,
So
have
this
a
is,
look.
do you know
It's
what, did you
basically
listen to
like a 11N, basically, like a blonding cream, is how I look at it, sort of thing.
So, I use it,
Yeah.
so it can go into this, but I use it as an in-between. As I say, that bit of a base breaker. It
Right.
gives to 1.5 lips. So I use it in between my clients.
Yeah.
So for those that are having
How's your
oils,
scalp?
that come in for their cut in between, and you slightly lift the root, and then you can tone with it as well.
Okay, so
But you can only do that on minimal amount of hair because you've got the
No,
warmth
she
from the
said 6
scalp.
weeks. So when
Yeah.
would, so how would you apply it, and when do you apply it, sort of thing? So I know sometimes they come in for their cut
At
and
the,
play,
I apply this at the basin.
and it's leave it
and
on
it
for
can
how
be-
long?
Can be left on up to 20 minutes.
So it's leave it on, do the roots quickly at the basin.
Yeah, and can be left,
Left
and then
on, and you
left
tone
on,
it
and then you
afterwards.
can no, you can use this as your toner.
Oh.
So you could use that and then work it through to your ends.
Oh,
And
wow.
use it as your
It
toner.
lifts the whole thing up a little bit. Doesn't
Well,
it?
it'll add tone. So I most of the time I use the silver, if I'm honest,
Right, okay.
because most people want to be cooler. They end up
Yeah.
being warmer,
And it
don't
brightens,
they?
it brightens it all up.
So that's
Yeah, it
another
does.
thing you can add. Now, you must go for a lot of tubes of that then, if you're doing it all over long hair.
Yeah. So, like I say, you either use it through as a toner
Yeah.
and charge. Well, we charge 20 quid as
Yeah.
for that's what we charge for a toner,
Yeah.
and then we add it as an add-on in between. So, like I say, you've not got to go in and tone as well. You
Yeah.
can do your root area
That's
and
all
then
in one
work
go.
it through.
Yeah.
And I tend to put a lot of pure for the clients that want to maybe be a little bit cooler or a bit pinkier. I sometimes put in like a pink.
So
a
what
little
would you
drop
say?
of
What
pink
would you say? What would you say to the
Yeah,
client?
no.
So
You
she's
know,
just
if
had
the
her hi-
very, very
she's just had
rich,
her
like
highlights
half
done.
bleach,
Yeah.
half tint.
You'd say,
like a
come
dryness
in
to
6
it,
weeks and I'll give you a little bit of a root
That's hard to
boost.
Yeah.
explain. It's like
So
and a
so
tone.
when your client
paint
says
the
to you,
root in,
"Oh,
like,
I ate it
so
in
the colour
between
depends
because my
section,
roots
you'll
always
see
look a
what I
bit
mean.
darker," I always say,
You
"Well,
get,
I've
like,
got something
dry bubble.
that
I'll
will
show you.
slightly lift your roots, not a miracle, but it will tone
Just
the
in
hair as
between.
well in
Yeah.
between."
Okay.
Give it a
I'll
bit
tell
of
you
a
what, I'm
boost, wouldn't
excited.
it?
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
And it's not going
Yeah.
to cost them a
Dry.
fortune.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what this is good as well? On short hair,
Yeah.
because you've got such a strong colour,
Yeah.
you're not going to miss anything.
Oh, guess who I did the other day?
Should I get? Yeah, let's get it all.
What, I missed a
You
bit.
all right?
What?
No,
Mari?
no, Anne, blue black Anne, who wanted to go platinum.
Oh,
Anne.
okay.
That didn't matter.
She wants to go lighter. Did you take her up?
Yeah, I got her to an 8.
Hey,
But
I was
I
going to
took
say,
her-
she
I
knows
took-
it's. I've done it to her before because she was black before. And then
I took her blue first.
She knows that it's going to be stages.
Yeah, she was so chill.
Tam to do the other side.
Oh yeah, she's. You can pour concrete on her.
Yeah, but I messed her up.
Sexy mama.
It's so clean. It's so clean.
So can you see how look at that?
Oh, carefully.
Yeah.
You've got
those roots now,
Keep your
girl.
hands and ears inside the vehicle at all times.
Emily, isn't it?
Yeah, that is.
Give me that paw. Come here. Give me that paw. Give me that paw. I'm away from here. I've never seen a bleach rinse and cream before.
She looks like that model. What's her name?
She looked like Margot.
Yeah, yeah.
She looked like Margot Robbie before.
Oh, really?
Is she an actress as well? Which one?
Something in the stars.
Something new. Something new.
Yeah. I never actually saw it, but I remember her being in something. I've never seen bleach like that. I remember the toilet.
Me neither.
Imagine how many they've done with that.
Yeah, I know.
Give that a really good purple tone.
Now, what was this mix again? The last bit you put on there?
She needs the toilet, Andy.
Oh, sorry, yeah. Okay, still explain it quickly.
So it's 10 BS,
Yep,
10p
yep.
with 2 drops. So we did
Pink,
60 mils of blue colour is 4.
Right.
And then, like I say, 50 mils of 10p, 15 mils of 10 BS, and 2 drops of pink pure pigment.
So pink.
Amazing, the roots, how much they see this. That's 20 optical terms. Silk lift, okay, we got that. Ash silk lift. Well, that's on the roof, so
The Pomona looking one.
yeah, so Ash, we used to get some of that for the roof. So I'll retouch
And the cow.
Remember that if you put it onto blonde, you'll deposit the purple. Just be mindful when you do it.
Don't overlap it at all.
If it's cold, then yes you can, but be mindful.
Okay. So what do you recommend if you already have a white, clean...
So I would do it. Yeah, do it. Because when you've got a large roof, and this was so bold through here, you have to use that component.
It goes wrong, mate. It's all right for you, mate.
And because the technology is in there already,
Seat now.
remind me to go back through that. You see how the room's not been kept slightly very well. Yeah. So you might want to, but maybe put a hole in that, maybe just